relationships, intentional, advocate, resiliency, advocacy, continual learning. So there's some shared ideas, thoughts, and reflections here. We appreciate that you are all with us, thinking about this work, reflecting on this work with us. And I think we'll head back to our slides and also, but also leave these open if you'd like to add anything additional. I'm going to turn it over to Meg to talk a little bit about how you can provide feedback for us on the day. And then I'll be back to just formally share more about the networking hour and close this out.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and paste in the chat a link to our conference survey, and it's very important to us to be responsive to our community and stakeholders. And so this is a definite key way that you can do that. And this will also be sent post-conference to all of the attendees. So I know that as we've moved through the day, we've lost some folks, and that's okay. But here it is in the chat, and then also it will come to your inbox. But this is going to give us a sense for how this conference has served you and what you're taking away. So please take about 8 minutes of your time to fill out that survey. You could even do it right after the session. So yeah, with that, we'll go ahead and I'll pass it back to Alex, and we will have our closing remarks.
Absolutely. Great. Well, we just want to acknowledge all of our partners and presenters and board members and staff, our keynote, and our student poet, who you'll get to hear from if you come to the next networking hour. Lots of folks were involved and connected with this work, and it was such a rich process. We always learn a lot. We always grow a lot as we do this work. And coming out of the pandemic, we're learning how to do work in new ways. So thank you for those that gave us great ideas, that helped to do many of the behind the scenes work. Thanks you to the planning committee of our staff. We are just really appreciative to the richness of bringing many people together to really support these efforts. And we really want to thank, our keynote, many presenters, facilitators, contributors. A special thanks, like I said, to the planning committee for their passion and detailed organizational efforts to lead this event. We also really, our board members who are practicing educators really help to guide the direction and priority of our work around advancing equity in education. And lastly, we want to thank many of the individuals who came together today to participate, to be part of a broader, larger coalition. We continue to want to engage with you, appreciate your energy and enthusiasm and learning with us. And we are better for having the opportunity to work together. We also look forward to this next year, where we'll be spending quite a bit of time focused on the cultural competency DEI standards and doing that work with a larger coalition of partners, including all of you. So again, thank you, and we'll move to the next slide. I just want to make a plug for joining us for the networking hour. The link is in your program. It's also going to be pasted in the chat. We want to give folks that would like to have just kind of a debrief of the day, want to talk through and meet and get to connect with others that were part of this. When we have an in-person conference, we have the opportunity to do that. We thought that this would be an opportunity to create that space in a virtual setting. It will be more informal. It will give the opportunity to connect and hear from your fellow peers about ideas and ways to transform education. So we want to just, again, next slide, think about how to continue the conversation around the levers of change. Think to continue the conversation about how do we put into action advancing equity, as all of you talked about and contributed in the word clouds. It's really important that we think about all the ways that we might contribute or partner or work together and explore that. And so we appreciate you taking the time and hope you join us for the networking session. We will be giving an opportunity for folks to talk and share amongst the larger community. And you'll also get to hear from a student who will be sharing her poetry, a middle school student who is thinking about and leading and guiding and advancing equity in her school. And we also look forward to being able to connect with other leaders that will be sharing their stories of how to transform education. Next slide. All right. Thanks again. We hope that you will continue to connect with us virtually. Please feel free to share out your thoughts, ideas on our social media platforms, and that we can continue this conversation around advancing equity in pursuit of a more diverse teacher workforce. And we look forward to seeing you at 3:30 if you'd like to join us for the networking hour. Thank you so much for being here. We have had a wonderful time with you today. There's so much more work to do, but there's just been a richness of conversation and sharing of ideas. This work takes all of us, and we are so glad to be in community with all of you as we try to advance our efforts and learn together. So thank you very much.